Finance Minister Njeru Githae met members of the Parliament's Budget Committee. It was clear that the two sides have been at loggerheads on what the country's spending priorities should be, and those differences will only be completely ironed out by the time the Finance Act is passed and assented into law. Njeru Githae has made the most parts of his trillion-shilling spending plan clear, though elements of proposed changes to Kenya's taxes are still not clear. Githae is optimistic that tax revenues in this financial year will be 14% higher than they were in 2010-2011 financial year, which would put them at 648.8 billion shillings, and that's at least 32 billion shillings off target.
There's an increase of about 14% compared with the previous year. But we are hopeful that KRA will be able to collect this money for two reasons. One, there are reforms that are going on. Tax reforms going on in KRA, particularly on VAT.
That sort of cash can fund entire ministries. The underlying irony is that whereas his revenues have fallen, the government's spending ambitions have remained just as high. And unless those ambitions are trimmed, we may not be making headway. Githae says you should expect further increases in tax revenue in the next financial year, with the expected passage of the VAT bill and the execution of plans to rope in more people into the tax net, including SMEs, landlords and all public servants.
At the moment, the people paying taxes are in only two categories. Employed, the employees, the people who are employed, those are paying their taxes well, and the large corporations. But there are a lot of people who are not paying taxes, landlords. And landlords even in areas where there's no registration. So we also want to target those ones.
Keep in mind, however, the Parliament expected to pass these reforms is the exact same one which so far has failed to pass the Public Finance Management Bill, mainly due to lack of quorum. The bill will be back on the floor of the House next week Tuesday, but whether it will pass is open to question. For the news at 8, I'm Joan, Wairimu.